welcome to the stage again our friend Anicia Muller.
When your thumb hits the screen, swiping right for some amore. All the apps promise love if you swipe right enough. Hope for amore. Zoom on in, do we have a ring, ring-a-ling-a-ling? Now we pray to Bella. Red flags wave, run for the hills, far, far away. Mama warned about those fellas. Now you're back on the app, swiping left more than right. Where's amore? Lower standards is the norm. Each first date feels like a chore. Where the fuck is amore? Hearing impaired, he don't got a leg, mad patchy beard. Fuck it. Amore doesn't need working ears. Men don't listen anyways. I found myself on OKCupid in 2013 looking for love. At this time, in 2013, I was actually on a date with my boyfriend of 5 months, about to eat a burger, fries, and a shake when he breaks it to me, I think we need to break up. Shit. That was 5 months of my life. I have exactly 25 months to meet, date, and marry someone before I turn 27. Well, I did that math 5 months ago, so now I have like 20 months to get it in. Because unlike you slutty sluts losing your virginity at 23, I need to meet, marry, and fuck for 3 years straight minimum before having kids. What was the problem? Well, first of all, I should have left when he did not look like his dating profile. And then I should have left when he went mask off, full conservative, talking about, I believe in modesty for men and women. Okay, I guess this is like Christian feminism. It's like, if I'm wearing a polo shirt, you can only touch me where it's uncovered. But if I'm wearing a sweater, you can only touch my hand. Okay, gotta check. Can't touch your back, can't touch your chest, can't touch your thighs, can't touch down to your ankles unless you're not wearing socks. Should have left. And then he says, we're not allowed to be alone together. And even when we are alone together, both feet must be firmly planted on the floor to prevent sexual activities. Run the numbers at home, but imagine if this is a couch. I, 25-year-old virgin, was able to imagine at least 25 ways to lose my virginity while both feet. There's a back of couch, it's not gonna go home, do the math. You have my email, send me your stick figures. But at that point, I was so into being the good Christian girl, I was willing to get married to a guy I had negative 20 sexual attraction to, just because he prayed. What a waste. Back to square one. Actually, I did try to leave. I was secretly on the apps, scrolling while I was in this relationship where like we only held hands, and on our breakup, well, technically, it was not supposed to be a breakup. What he said was that Anicia, this is very intense. We need to take a step back from holding hands. I am 25. So what's a step back from holding hands? Somebody. So on the app, when I said I was on the app, I searched for everything. Height, age, location, sex, religion, gender, everything. OKCupid said, "Man, we only have 2 penises that fit the description." Only 2. So I had to like open up the parameters and like, what could change? So I opened 1 race. We're gonna taste the rainbow now. And there was this guy, Roberto. Hearing impaired, okay, well, I can work with this. Wearing glasses, also blind, whatever, I can work with this. You don't gotta see me, I gotta see you. So I messaged him, and I was like, my go-to was like, we're not gonna be pen pals. I wanna meet you at a cafe, I wanna get those pheromones, let's get it popping. He says, well, I actually started a new job, so I want to focus on my career for a bit. And my first thought was, see, slut, God is telling you to be faithful to your one and only guy who will only hold your hand sometimes when you're in public, not in private. Then I moved to Canada, and my would-be lover messaged me. He's like, hey, so I feel settled in my job now. You want to hang out? And I'm like, no, I'm in Canada and I'm in a relationship. I see you, Satan. Get behind me. When Roberto proposed me, I feel so bad. I was not attracted to this guy. So like, I'm sorry. I decided to dust off the old inbox and message Roberto, see what those hearing aids are saying. Now I gotta tell you something about me. Growing up, I was very into deaf culture. I read all the books, I learned ASL. At one point, I interpreted for this deaf couple that came to my island. I was all about it. His profile said, hearing impaired. I went home and I went, hearing impaired, deaf, cochlear ear implant, he can't hear shit, this is gonna be good. So I get to our first date, a cafe date, and I go, hi, nice to meet you. And he says, oh, hi. And I was like, wait, you can hear me? He's like, yeah. And I was like, where your box at? And he's like, I got a hearing aid. And I was like, not over the ear? He's like, nah, what? I was so disappointed. I was like, this is, how can I fetishize you if I cannot see the fetish? How are we talking to each other? Where's the deaf list? What's going on? What's happening here? And we're on the date, and while I'm working through the disappointment of like being with a fraud, like how dare he lie? Like in my mind, we're having a good conversation, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm going back to this profile because I'm really sure I ordered the deaf. And it's giving me hearing impaired. But then he leans over and he says, I hate white bread. And I say, I hate white bread too. And suddenly I forget all about his lies and we're deep in a conversation. And as you know, I came out of that relationship with that super Christian guy. So in the window of the cafe, there's like a group of masculine presenting people wearing pink dresses and a tutu running through the street. And I was like, oh, this is a homophobia test. Let's go. I was like, oh, look at those people. They look like they're having fun. What do you think? Pass with flying rainbow colors. Yeah, they do look like they're having fun. In the week leading up to our second date, we're texting, we're asking all the questions. This is great, this is going good. And then 24 hours before the date, he breaks up with me. He just calls me on the phone and says, yeah, hey, nice to meet you. I don't think this is going good. Click. You I'm at the bottom of OKCupid. There is no more penis on the app. What did I do wrong? I was gonna cry. This is another 5 plus 1 month to get this date cracking. I'm running out of time. But I had therapy and drugs on my side. And self-esteem was rising up higher. So I deleted his number and I deleted the number of the other guy that I was trying to listen. Let me tell you something about me. I might have been a virgin, but I was for the streets, right? Anybody will be in my very thin black book. I'm like, as long as you don't say, will you be my girlfriend, I will be scheduling dates. So I was off living my life, and then I get this text message. I was in class, and I was like, don't answer the phone. Be busy. Because it was one of two guys. It was either going to be the guy who I really didn't have a chance with. I don't know what I was thinking. Or it could be Amore. 3 hours later, class is over. I open a text message. It says, do you believe in second chances? Yeah. I don't know who's on the other end of the line. It could be a Nigerian scammer, but I'm going to say yes. Sure, I don't know. I deleted their numbers. I'm assuming I did not memorize these numbers. I don't know. It could be a spam text message, but I was like, yeah. Dear God, please for some goodness, who is this? And I gotta play cool. I can't be like, oh, who is this new number? So I show up on this date, this second date, and I was like, oh, it's you. And so we've gone on a few dates, and we were supposed to get dim sum for our second date, and we never go to Chinatown to get this dim sum. And we're going through our relationship, and you know, there really was no drama. Other potential red flags on his OKCupid, it said he was a dumpster diver, and I read that as he recycled, and I was like, yeah, save the planet. True. And then one day he was like, no, I actually eat food out of the dumpster. And I was like, well, shit, we in it now. So we go on a dumpster diving date. He rents a car.
No way.
We dig in the dumpster. And then we make out in the car next to the dumpster until someone calls a tow truck on us. I was getting him in, finally. Kisses. So at one point I asked him, well, why did you break up with me? And he said, well, you know, I thought you were a crazy church lady, to be honest. And I was like, I'm not a crazy church lady. I can be down and cool. So anyways, now we're married for 10 years, and we have 2 beautiful babies. And we fought for exactly 3 years before getting pregnant. And thank God for second chances.
That was so fun, lady.
I'm not a cutesy Instagram person, so you're not gonna come here to find like eyebrows on fleek or like, you know, contour for the gods. The only contouring I got going on right here right now is my mustache. If you actually know me in real life and you watch this video and you don't click like just because you know me and you're glad I'm alive, you're dirty. You're no good, you're dirty. Just click like, man. Like, it's totally anonymous. Like, nobody in the world going to know that you actually like this video. Don't be stingy. Just click like.
Guess who? Solo Queen. Sigma Defense. Big Blacks. Yeah.